Whether measured by the trusty old clinometer or a newfangled laser finder, champion tree coordinators agreed Wednesday about the value of Arbor Lodge State Park for champion tree enthusiasts. Arbor Lodge claims 14, and the Nebraska Champion Tree Register lists 10 state champion trees in the relatively small space near the historic home of J. Sterling Morton. But some are now gone, and others have not been measured in over 20 years. Neil Bamesberger, who is president of the Colorado Tree Coalition, advocates for use of a laser finder to determine the height of a black walnut that is reported to have been planted in 1871 by Paul and Mark Morton. The current registry claims it is 97 feet tall, but Bamesberger says his laser improves height accuracy because it can quickly average height at multiple points. He said it's hard for a person standing 100 feet or more from a tree to tell which is the highest branch because the branches closest usually look like they are the highest.
Some of them are accurate to within a centimeter or a half a foot for sure. And so you can better determine the highest point in the top of the tree.
With Bamesberger's laser and the Nebraska Champion Tree Coordinator Justin Evertson using his trusty clinometer, the men agree that the tree is really 93 feet tall. With a circumference of 14.5 feet and a canopy of 110 feet, it is still a champion, like the Douglas fir, red maple, and chinkapin oak.
Yeah, it's a treasure trove of big trees, and which some of them are Nebraska champions for sure.
Yeah, Arbor Lodge is a special place. The history here with J. Sterling Morton and his family, they were all tree nuts, and they've tried every tree that could grow in Nebraska. So in this little area we call Arbor Lodge, there are probably 200 or 300 different types of trees, some of them very rare and unique to Nebraska.
Evertson said the early plantings by the Morton family are a factor for a champion tree.
Every year it has to put on new cells and grow bigger in girth and get a little taller, or it will start to decline and die.
The men marveled at a beech tree that was not on their list and lamented the loss of a giant chestnut tree recorded at over 80 feet tall. Evertson said the biggest surprise for him was a colony of sassafras trees, a species whose western range is supposed to end long before the Nebraska border.
And these big sassafras, Neil's going to tell us how big they are, and they were way bigger than I even remembered. So who would have thought sassafras would be over 70 feet tall or incredible, here in Nebraska. So
the voracious appetite of the recently arriving Japanese beetles may pose a threat to the colony. The forest floor is covered inches deep in skeletized leaves. A champion sweet gum tree was measured at 74 feet in the year 2000, but the experts Wednesday placed it at 2 feet higher. Everson said the champion tree program builds enthusiasm for trees, and Bamesberger added that it gives people an indication of what trees will grow best in their region. From Nebraska City, I'm Dan Swanson, News Channel Nebraska.